Hey everybody, I told you I'd do a Destiny, and here it comes. It's Solid Mustang here, and I thought we'd do a little show on like, dislike, and eh, is the things that could be in the game. They're great, it's fine. If it's not in the game, great, that's fine. It could go either way. Example of that, the little orbs of light that you create. Yeah, I know, it helps you with your supercharge, but really? Is it really that big of a deal? The rank up, it's okay. The ships. I have a bunch of extra ships, just because. There's no reason to have though more ships because you can't do anything. Now maybe with the expansion that changes. I don't know. So those are kind of my it is what it is. By the way, if you're having a problem with sound, so you can tell there's no sound here. Go to your home screen, click over, come back, you get the bleep bleep, and now you get your sound. So there's a little tip for you. So just in case you're having that same problem I've been having. It's kind of annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Things I really like about Destiny, the movement is good, it's crisp. Things move the way you should. The look is good, the graphics are very good. The gameplay overall is very good. The expansion possibilities here, and they say they want to make a 10-year game, and I think you could without messing with the game too much. There's a lot more planets out there, a lot more things you can be doing. You can have some fun with this. The speeders, I think are a ton of fun. You're flying around, you're exploring wherever or getting across the map. It's fun. I would like to see like a gun or something like that on them, but don't they remind you of like the speeders from Return of the Jedi or like from Anakin on Tatooine or something like that? They definitely sound that way. They sound just like the pod racers. So, and that's one of the other things I like. You get a lot of the sci-fi movie references in other games and other movies. You kind of little things in here that kind of remind you of those things, like the goblins coming out of the little warp holes, wormholes there. That looks just like Stargate. When they come through, it looks just like Stargate. So, different things here and there. So, as we enter our strike mission, then one guy, he just goes flying through and goes out and finds the big guy. He just goes flying through the map.
All right, let's go find this nexus.
I guess I just want to get to the last guy. So anyways, the guns are good. The customization's good. Each type of gun has its own personality. I personally like the Saigen E, and the Saigen C is another really good one. I like the Saigen auto rifles, so they're really good. Sniper rifles all kind of have their different personalities and stuff. Different types of grenades for different people. It's all real good. The different guys do different things. They're completely different. I'm using a Titan. So the Titans, I think, have the best jumping ability and that kind of ability, but they lack in a few other things. The grenades, for one, are useful. They're fine, and but they're not, oh my god, fantastic. Whereas in some of the other characters, some of their grenades are pretty fantastic. So anyways, let's get into what I don't like about this game. What little things I would change. There are some things. Overall though, it's a really solid game. It's a really good game. A- with possibility of an A if they upgrade some things and do a few things. One thing I don't like is if I'm doing a mission in the story mode, let's say I'm a 15, and a guy comes in who's a 21, and he just starts blazing away, blast everybody, walks through the whole thing, and then I don't get to enjoy the story. To me, it just kind of takes something away. So that's one thing. When it comes to the story mode, you and your fire team should be pretty much on your own. running around the tower can get kind of annoying. I thought about putting this one in the category, but it can really get annoying having to go from, you know, New Monarchy over to Dead Orbit to check out, you know, who's got what, and you know, you're running around that whole place for an hour. It's like, I wish they would grouped it up a little bit better, but okay. Three-person fire teams. Really, 3 people? I always feel like we're leaving somebody out. And it should be 4, maybe even 5. I think would be a better number. I know, I guess I get it if you want to do something different. Most of them are 4. That's because it's a good number, not because it's, you know, a bad way of doing things. But if you want to change it up, I would have gone 1 up and not 1 down. I would have gone to 5 rather than jump down to 3. I'd rather give you an additional person and increase the number of bad guys than decrease the number of people who you can play with and leave the number of bad guys alone. So I would definitely increase the number of people in your fire team. And I know for the Crucible you can have up to 6. I get that. And we'll get into the Crucible and stuff here in just a second. But for the missions and everything else, I think 4 would be a better number, 5 with a possibility. And let's go ahead and get into Crucible now, thinking about it. The matchmaking in the multiplayer in the Crucible is pretty bad. It says that, you know, the rank upgrades are disabled, and that is a load of crap. So, and you've seen it, I've seen it, I've been it. You know, you get the guy who's a 6, he's a 7, he's an 8, maybe a 9, jumps into a multiplayer game, and you pop in there, and it's full guys who are 22, 25s, 28s, 23s, you know, whatever the case may be. And being that 9 guy, and maybe you've been there too, that lo and behold, it takes you a full clip just to drop the guy's shield. Kind of reminds you of Halo. Bungie, Halo, yeah. But that's one of the major problems I have with the multiplayer for Halo is it just, you sit there and you shoot, and you shoot, and you shoot, and you shoot, and you run out of ammo for a whole lot of nothing. And I think that just kind of, it detracts from the gameplay. You know, it definitely detracts from the gameplay. So, the matchmaking, I think, should be really simple. Let's do like a 1 through 7, play each other. So if your character is ranked 1 through 7, he's only got access to so much stuff, then there's your first group. 8 through 16 is your next group, because that's kind of your next grouping of armor and guns and stuff like that. Kind of where it gets its next boost up in power and everything. And then after that, 17 and up, you're getting into your final stages. You're starting getting your light armors and stuff like that at like 17 and 18. So you get 3 brackets there, and that's where you fit in depending on how rank up your character is. Because you can rank up your character in the multiplayer, in the Crucible. So, okay. That's fine. So you're not going to stay in that low tier forever. At least, that's how I would have done it. I think that would have been a better way to do it. Especially with, you got all those different types of currency. Which comes up to the last thing I want to talk about. So you got all these different types of currency. You got Vanguard marks, you got the Crucible marks, you've got strange coins, Molds of Light, and they're hard to get. They're not easy to get, and there's no real way to actively earn them, if you will, besides some crazy strike missions. And if you don't have anybody with you on those strike missions, you're pretty well screwed. So I think there should be an open marketplace to where you could sell items. Let's say I want to sell this Shijin E. Let's say I get a second one. I want to sell it. Okay, that's fine. I can't use any upgrade parts, and I have two options. I could either sell it to the market for something real cheap. Let's say Shijin E is a pretty powerful gun. 3 Crucible marks, 2 Vanguard marks, a Mold of Light, but it's not worth a strange coin. Okay. That's what the market will give me right away. Or I could put it on an open market, and on the open market I say I want Crucible marks. Okay? So that's what I want. But the game decides how much it's worth on that market. So, or you could put Glimmer in there too. So let's say the Shijin E, to keep up with this example, on the open market I can get 2 Vanguard marks on, from the vendor, or I could put it on the market and I could earn, let's say 15 of the Vanguard marks, or 10 Vanguard marks, maybe 15 Crucible marks. Since I don't like getting the Crucible, say I put that in for the Crucible. But if I want those points right away, I would have to sell at a much, much cheaper rate. But it gives me the opportunity to earn things, Molds of Light, Vanguard marks, Crucible marks in a different way. It gives me an additional option. Still would take a long time, and setting the price, having the game set the price, will keep people from abusing it. All of a sudden, 1 Glimmer gets you some super armor. So this way you wouldn't have that. And it also would, you could keep up with the scale as it works its way up. The more powerful the armor or the gun or whatever, then the more powerful or the more money you could get. Maybe you want to sell a strange coin. Let's say a strange coin, you sell it right away and get 1 Mold of Light, or you can wait and get 3 or 5 or something like that. There's a lot of possibilities there, but I think an open market in that in the tower would be a good thing. I would put it on the other side where that lady gives you the special items, or the post office. Put it on the far side of that. That might not be bad. Or actually, that thing I think would be better as the market, and maybe put that lady out in front, but then the postmaster guy, maybe put him somewhere else. So there's definitely a lot of room in that place to put things in different areas. So, or maybe up on one of the platforms could be where the market is. So, or maybe on one platform you got where that fan is. Yeah, just put it up there. Put the market up there. Now think about it. So, anyways, that's my idea. What do you think of Destiny? Tell me below what you think. Let me know if there's anything you like, anything you don't like, anything you want me to talk about. Put it down there. I'd be more happy to even mention your name in there. So, also, if you like this video, please hit the like button down in the bottom left. If you got anything you want to comment on, you're more welcome to. Just please keep it clean. Also, if you like this video and other videos I'm doing, please hit the subscribe button. That helps me grow. That helps things get noticed and stuff like that. So, anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying Destiny. I have some more out there for you real soon. Thanks a lot. Solid Mustang, signing out.